All right, the Democratic Alliance in the Northwest has meanwhile condemned the Speaker's behavior, calling for her immediate removal. DA councillor Rebaone Rampe joins us now for more on that. Rebaone, good to have you, and thank you very much for your time. The story going a little bit further now, we're hearing from the ANC that the seating was unlawful, and therefore the attempt to remove the Speaker was equally as unlawful. They're saying that there would have been 2 petitions, I think, leading up to this process that would have been irregular, according to the Speaker. What is your knowledge of the events leading up to the seating?
Thank you, Tim, and thank you very much, and greetings to your viewers. Look, that is a total lie. I don't know what informs what the representation of the ANC is saying. One, there was no any removal of the Speaker in there. Second of that, there are several petitions that have been written to, the first one was for the Speaker to convene council. The second one was the request from majority of councillors to request municipal manager to convene council because the Speaker had failed to convene the council previously, as the majority of councillors requested.
Yeah.
And I think it's very important, Tabo, to also look at the factors that brought us to where we are today.
Yeah. Before we get to those factors, let's talk about that. You're saying there were 2 other petitions, or at least more other petitions, for the Speaker to set up a meeting. The request for this particular special meeting, was it also rejected?
No, that one was not rejected. Remember the council sitting that was supposed to sit on the 31st was called by the municipal manager with the request from councillors, since the Speaker had failed to convene the first one.
Yeah. Did the sitting correct?
Yes, the sitting did correct.
So
we were at around 46. Hence I'm saying what the ANC is lying. It's a complete lie. It's misinformed.
So let's talk about the events that lead to this. Who brought the motion of no, or was going to put a motion of no confidence against the Speaker?
No, there was no motion of confidence. Let's get things correct.
Okay.
Look, the event leading to this, we had an ordinary council sitting on the 30th of September, where the Speaker adjourned that council sitting because she had alleged that the recording was not working. So the council cannot sit while the recording is not working. That's where everything has started. Along the way, it has emerged that the recording was actually working. The Speaker wanted to have a service provider to run the service with the municipality in order for her to get a kickback. That's what we have been informed of. So the sitting that the councillors have requested was to establish an ad hoc committee to look into these allegations against the Speaker.
So wait, you're saying the Speaker said the recording system was not working. She manufactured that in order to get a service provider to come and fix a recording system that is not broken so that she gets a kickback.
I cannot confirm that, hence I'm saying these are allegations. It has been alleged.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. And after that, then you then called for another sitting.
Councillors wrote a petition. There was a petition that was signed by councillors, majority of councillors, to request council. The Speaker did not respond to that request. A day prior to that particular council sitting is then the Speaker responded after the EFF had withdrawn their signatures from the petition. Meaning, she then waited to allow to make it to us to get to a point where councillors the petition does not form quorum. The withdrawal of the EFF then meant we don't have quorum. Is then she responded. Upon the other request by a majority of councillors to request a sitting, that was on, the notice came in on Saturday, the 19th of September. The Speaker then submitted another notice.
You mean the 19th of
council
October?
The 19th of October.
Yes.
Ordinary council sitting.
Okay.
What does the rules of order say? The rules of order say seven days prior to the sitting. Ordinary sitting. The special sitting request was then requested by councillors. And then what is so disturbing is that the notice was, the Speaker has been refusing to call council. She has been calling several virtual council, of which they could not coordinate because agency councillors could not log in. But immediately when this one was put on the table, she then submitted for ordinary council sitting in the council chambers, the same time as the special council request.
Right, right. And so what are the issues that led to, one, her being taken out of the council chambers by bouncers, but also the ruction that would have occurred there prior to her being taken out with other councillors, ripping off papers and so on and so forth?
No, Tabo, that is misinformed. The Speaker was never removed by bouncers from council. Look, if you can look clearly into the videos that are circulating, the Speaker is right at the gallery where she's not supposed to be sitting.
Right.
The reason for what has erupted in council was that Councillor Fortunately Vuno rose and requested council in committee. When we speak of council in committee, it's where only councillors sit in and have a discussion. However, the audience, those that were at the gallery, refused to go out. Hence, the bouncers were called in. However, they've never pushed the Speaker out of council.
Yeah, the footage that we are looking at is telling a slightly different story, where she is caught between bouncers and she's actually being taken out.
Look at it with a very close eye. There's a guy wearing a T-shirt with the stripes there.
Yes.
The Speaker is sitting.
So I'm looking at it right now. There she
there.
is right now being dragged. Right now as I'm looking, right there. At that moment, she's
the
being dragged
guy
out.
who's beyond the Speaker is the one who's been dragged, if you look at it clearly.
Or is the Speaker,
So the Speaker is
preventing
standing
that guy
between.
from being dragged?
Yes.
So the Speaker is being dragged along with the guy.
The Speaker was never being pulled by the bouncers.
I see.
don't know which narrative the agency is trying to drive.
Oh, I see what you're explaining. But was the Speaker trying to get in between the guy being pulled out, who is a member of, I suppose the audience was in the chamber, and the bouncers pulling him out?
I didn't get it clear.
I'm saying, was the Speaker in trying to prevent the bouncers from pulling the gentleman out of the chambers?
That is correct.
All right. Let's then understand, why was the meeting disrupted by the Speaker?
Look, I'm not sure, but I cannot even confirm that.
Yeah.
Whether the Speaker knew that the council...
No, there's a lady right there. She's tearing papers. There's a lady in black and white trying to petunia absenteeism. I'm not quite sure what the conversation is about there. And she keeps interrupting this person. She keeps... what was that about?
Oh, okay. In that space... I remember the Speaker did not call the council sitting as per request. Then the council was left with no option, however, to elect an acting Speaker on that particular day. Then the council elected Councillor Maria Matsaba to be a stand-in Speaker. So the Speaker was interrupting her so that we could not proceed with the business of the day.
Was the appointment of Maria irregular?
How is it irregular?
No, I mean, did it follow proper processes? I mean, do councillors just get into a meeting and decide we are going to have our own acting Speaker here because the other Speaker refused to call a meeting?
No, look, there are several things that went on. We even consulted with the legal to clarify if the steps that we are then taking are correct.
Right.
Yes.
And you got
And you know,
you got clarity that would have been a legal practice according to
correct.
to the rules of council.
Correct.
Right. And what was going to be discussed then in that meeting with the acting speaker?
What was going to be discussed was to establish an ad hoc committee to investigate allegations of whether the recording was working or not on the 30th of September, and also investigated the allegation of kickbacks, and also to check whether the speaker is fit to hold that particular position based on these allegations.
So at this point, there was no conversation around a motion of no confidence in the speaker, at least so far would have been to discuss her fitness to hold office.
I can confirm that, that is correct. Hence I'm saying I don't know which narrative is the ANC trying to drive in here.
Now, let's talk then about what you are saying now should happen against, of course, the events and how things would have played out, the disruption of that meeting. And I see the speaker there coming in between the bouncers, trying to remove people from the chambers for what you call would have been a private sitting that the councillors wanted to have. And of course, that disruption that particularly took place there. What are you calling for now?
No, what we are calling for was just to have a normal discussion on how are we going to move forward regarding what I've just alluded to you. That was primary objective. It was nothing less or more.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying now where things sit concerning what occurred now in council, what is your position around the speaker?
Look, particularly Democratic Alliance, we are of the view that we would have been discussing serious matters that are of a big challenge in our municipalities, like water and stuff. We are totally suffering. However, we are discussing this, but not running away from what we are saying. Look, the behavior of the speaker is out of line. I'm not getting into the merits of what's going to happen in the committee that has been established. She is the leader of the society. She is the face of council. How can one, having such a position, behaving in that manner? What are we saying to people? What are we saying to the voters in Moses Kotane? For us as Democratic Alliance, that behavior is one of those that we would say one is as good as gone.
So for yourself, you're saying somebody who would behave like that in that position should not occupy that office of speaker?
Most definitely.
Why
should we have such people?
Will you be bringing a motion of no confidence?
That is another issue for discussion. Look, we at that council sitting that we were supposed to have on the 30th of September. There's a fourth quarter report that is standing. We have a financial report that is standing by today. That has not been passed by council. But we are discussing something that do not matter to the people or to our communities.
Okay, let's leave
Are
it
we
there.
serving justice to our people?
I hear you. You've made your point very loud and clear there. Rebaone Rampe, DA councillor there in that municipality there, of course, responding to those developments and what the ANC could have said a little bit earlier on, speaking to my colleague. All right, In Focus continues shortly for you. Stay with us.